Good morning, everyone. My name is Ritish Rathod from Department of CSE AIML, Section C. In object-oriented programming, today I am going to talk about text editor undo and redo. This is my introduction, and coming to the next slide, which is my topic title heading, which is text editor undo and redo. And coming to the introduction to the undo and redo in text editors. Undo and redo are essential features that help users correct mistakes and revisit previous editing states. They improve user efficiency by allowing easy navigation through editing history. This presentation explores how undo redo functions works and their significations in text editing applications. We know that this undo and redo are the most efficient, essential features in the devices, and you can see in the image how the undo and redo buttons look like, and we all have awareness about it, how these two are going to work, and we use these two in our daily to day life also. This is about the introduction to the undo and redo in text editors. And coming to the overview of these text editors, which is undo and redo, are widely used to in writing, programming, and documentation and note taking. A key requirement for effective editing is the ability to reverse mistakes without losing data. The undo redo features allows users to step backward and forward through editing history, making editing seamless and efficient. And the project purpose a lightweight undo redo mechanism using stack based operations. Every action performed by the user is stored as a state. When the user triggers undo, the most recent state is reverted. The redo stores a reverted state if needed. This project provides instant insight into algorithm designs, error handling, and usability enhancement in software applications. We know this is about the overview, and we know how undo button works and how redo button works. By button, we can get back the uh, which we have previously deleted message or text or something, and by redo button we can again go forward what we have done previously. This is about the overview of the undo and redo in text editors. And moving forward to the our next slide, which is what is undo. Undo reverses the most recent changes made in document, and it enables users to step back through their editing history to correct errors. Typically, undo actions are performed using keyboard shortcuts like Ctrl plus Z or menu option. And this undo in like some encoding like we can say command prompt in that we are we cannot see the undo or redo button. In there we can use undo by control plus Z, and where the undo button is not appearing we can use like this. And coming to I mentioned the image how it's look like the undo button. And coming to our next slide, which is what is redo. Redo retain states changes that were undone moving forward in the editing history. It allows users to recover changes they might have re, reconsidered undoing. Undo is usually accused keyboard shortcuts like Control plus Y or menu commands. And we just now saw that how undo button can be used by Control plus Z, and similarly redo also we can use Control plus Y. And moving forward to how undo and redo works internally. Text editors maintain a data structure called a stack to keep track of changes. When an action occurs, it is pushed onto the undo stack. Redo stack is cleared. Performing undo pops the last action from the undo stack and applies its reverse. This is how the functions goes in undo and redo. And moving forward to our next slide, which is implementation approaches. Command pattern encapsulates each change as an object, simplifying undo-redo arrangement. Timeline-based models record the entire editing history for navigation. Hybrid methods combine both strategies to optimize performance and stability. This is about how implementation approaches, and moving forward to the our next slide, which is algorithm about the undo and redo. First, we have to do the initialize undo stack and redo stack. We have to initialize the stacks, both stacks. Then we have to accept user text input. We have to accept the next text input when a change is made. When we made a change, push the current state into undo stack. When a change is made, the previous which we have deleted will be moved into undo stack. If undo is pressed, push current state to redo stack. Pop previous state from undo stack. If redo is pressed, push current state to undo stack. Pop state from redo stack. 6 display updated text. This is and then display updated text. This is how the algorithm works. And coming to the project overview, like how this goes on, what's the process? Start program, accept the text input, store every change in undo stack, undo, revent last change, redo, restore, revent, revented changes, and continue editing and exit. This is the workflow of this undo and redo. And coming to our next, which is user interface designed for undo and redo. Clear menu options and shortcuts made undo redo easily accessible to users. Usually, indicators like icons or status messages inform user of available actions. Providing a history panel allows users to navigate through multiple undo redo steps. And as you can see here, this is the Python code for the uh, undo redo, how this works for that Python code. And coming to it is a simple code of the Python. And coming to the next slide, which is challenges in undo redo functionalities. Managing large documents requires efficient memory use for storing history. Handling concurrent edits in a collaborative environment introduce complexity, ensuring consistency and data integrity. during undo and redo operation is crucial. And you can see the image I mentioned there, how this functions works like. And coming to our advanced features and enhancements. Multi-level undo allows users to rewind multiple previous actions. Pers- Persistent undo saves history access seasons for continued editing. Selective undo enable preventing specific changes without affecting others. And coming to our next slide, which is best practice for developers. Keep undo redo operation fast and responsive to maintain user experience. Limit the undo history size to balance performance and usability. Text undo redo through thoroughly to prevent data corruption or inconsistencies. This is the how best practices for developers. And we can see the command history based undo. The how the mechanism works, like what is the logic behind it. And coming to the results and discussions, the implemented program successfully stores each modifications of the text, performs undo to revent changes, performs redo to store revented actions. Testing demonstrate accurate history management and efficiency even with multiple sequences of edits. And coming to its discussions, the undo redo features greatly simplifies user editing by preventing permanent mistakes. The use of stack based memory ensures fast access and logical order of stored states all through the implementation manages linear text editing while additional storage optimization or a tree-based undo model may be required for large-scale software applications. This is the results and discussions about text editor undo and redo. And finally, coming to its conclusion, undo redo remains virtual for effective text editing and user productivity. Embracing technologies may incorrupt AI to predict and enhance undo redo actions. Continuous improvements aim to make undo redo more intuitive, reliable, and powerful. This is the conclusion, and we use the undo redo button widely. And in the presentation also, I use this undo redo button. It's made me to make quick and fast, and to avoid the mistakes. And thank you for this.